At this time, I want to welcome in our insider, Nick Friedell, to The Jump. And you're here just in time, friend, for the opening bell of the Stat Market. We're going to start with Zach LaVine, who leads the league in clutch time scoring. Now, that's, of course, the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and overtime, when the score is within 5 points. He's ahead of Dame and LeBron in this stat, so pretty impressive. Nick, you are a Chicago man by way of Orlando and now San Francisco. Do you buy or sell LaVine leading the league in clutch time scoring the rach of the way here?
Rach, I'm buying because the Bulls playing close games seemingly every night. Zach is an unbelievably gifted offensive player. Now, am I buying him as a max player of a title team? Not right now. But in this stat, playing at the end of the game, I think this is made for him.
I'm going to buy. Not that excited about it. Like Nick said, this is a volume stat. The Bulls have played a ton of minutes in clutch situations, so he's got a ton of points. That doesn't mean he's the best clutch player. He's been quite good, but I'll buy it just because he's got a 19-point head start. That's a lot. The Bulls keep playing close games. I'm buying. He's a deserving all-star, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, when your team has got to squeak by every night, you end up doing well on this stat. All right, let's move on, though, to Russell Westbrook. He, once again, is leading the league in triple-doubles. He's averaged a triple-double 3 times in his career. He's close to doing it again this season. Keep in mind, only Oscar Robertson has ever averaged a triple-double even once before in NBA history, before Russ came along. So, Zach, do you buy or sell a 4th career triple-double season for Russell Westbrook?
I'm buying it. He's close now. He's done it 3 times. There's a lot of stats to get on that Wizards team. Like Garrison Matthews ain't getting a lot of assists for you. But I think Russ is going to pile up the numbers. And if he smells it with 5 or 10 games to go, he's going to go chase it, I think. So I'm going to buy. Go Wiz.
Zach, I'm selling, although I agree with you that he is going to be chasing every number he can at the end of the year. The difference here is I think he's a little bit older, and if this team wants to win, it might be a little tougher to fill every column every night. But he's had a heck of a year, and if they can keep him in rhythm, they're going to be in pretty good shape in the second half.
Yeah, health's such a big part of this too, right? Because between all the COVID stuff on and on with the Wizards, but also Russell's own health, you know, the knee issues, everything else that's happened there, I think that's going to impact this more than anything. But we'll see, right? He's close right now. I want to take a look at the East standings because the Knicks, yes, the New York Knicks, 1 game above 500, sitting at 4th in the conference. It's their first time with a winning record through 35 games since the 2013 season, the last time they made the playoffs. Coincidence? I think not. So, Nick, do you buy or sell the Knicks finishing above 500 this season? Because the fans who were dancing in the streets outside the Garden the other day certainly do.
Rach, I'm buying all the stock I can get, and I'm buying it for Tibbs.
Yeah, there we go.
This guy loves nothing more than getting a team motivated to play at their best when everybody's counted him out. He's got Julius Randle playing the role of Luol Deng that he did early in those Chicago days. This is tailor-made for Tibbs to ride in on his white horse and dominate in the second half and get the New York fans all juiced up about what may come in the next few years.
Do you think Tibbs has actually ever ridden a horse? I would like to see Tibbs try to ride a white horse. At the risk of igniting the fury of Tibbs, I'm going to sell this.
Wow.
Just barely, although what I would like to buy is, I would like to buy a 9-way tie in the East at 36-36 at the end of the year. I'll buy that. Look, the Knicks are 1 game over 500. They've played the second easiest schedule in the league so far by basically any measure. Their opponents are shooting 32.8% from 3. That's 2 percentage points lower than any other defense is allowed in the league. So I think they're due for some bad luck. I think they'll hover around 500. But if you're asking me, are they going to finish over? I will tentatively and not very happily sell the over 500 Knicks.
We'll take a look at the Eastern Conference standings here, guys, because it's not good in the East. I know I brought this up on the show several times in the past couple weeks, but it's just kind of shocking. Every time you open up the standings, there are only 4 teams in the entire conference who are over 500, and you joke about the 9-way tie. But it kind of feels like that's what could happen if you look at where the Knicks are You've got three teams only half a game behind them. You've got another team just a game and a half behind that, and it goes down from there. Zach, what is going on in the East? Is this just a matter of the fact that they're playing 72 instead of 82, and they don't get to beat up on each other? The bad teams in the East don't get to beat up on each other as much as they would in a regular season? Is that it?
Well, that plus this is a weird season, right? Teams have tons of guys in and out of the lineup. Like, I think the Celtics have performed way below what we would have expected. They would have been another team well above 500. The Heat, same thing. A team that made the finals last year got ravaged by the coronavirus and the associated protocol. So I just think it's a weird season. But also, there's a lot of mediocrity in the Eastern Conference. That should really be their slogan, Eastern Conference, where mediocrity lives. This is just what it's been for 25 years.
Right, the conference is swimming in mediocrity. It's completely average, which is why I'm buying Tibbs, because nobody has any team more prepared to play, in theory, meaningless basketball sometimes in the regular season more than that guy. That's why in the second half, I think the Knicks can make a little push to stay above that 500 line.
I don't know if "we're swimming in mediocrity" is quite the marketing slogan that anybody on Madison Avenue would recommend. I don't know. Our researcher Michael Schwartz found, this is the closing bell, by the way. Our researcher Michael Schwartz found that the last time the East was this bad, basically, it's only happened twice in the last 50 years. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.